Hello, amazing artists. Today we are going to be doing a heart project that's inspired by Dine. Now, if you're doing this virtually from home, if you printed out the template, your template probably looks white. I have one that was printed on pink paper, but you can do the same thing using the white paper template if you are doing this at home. So Dine used all sorts of materials for his hearts. For today, I'm going to be using some leftover paper that I've collected, and it is already torn up, but we're going to tear it up even smaller. And if you're doing this at home, you could use newspapers. It can be paper that has words on it. It can be scrap paper. If it's scrapbooking paper, that's fine. It could also be newspaper. You're going to fill in this heart with whatever you can find, and that will make it more unique and even more like Dine's artwork. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to tear it up into small pieces, and this can be done, like I said, with any type of material. I want to make it just a little bit smaller so I'll fill up the entire shape of my heart. And this will take you a few minutes to get started, so I'm just going to get a little pile going. And then what you're going to need is a glue bottle. You're going to really make sure that we get a lot of glue on here. So my students know that I like to say dot, dot, not a lot, and that is what we're going to do for this project. So I'm going to start by filling in my heart here and gluing these pieces down. We want to try to have a variety, so we don't want the same colors next to each other. And this project is perfect to do at this time of year because we know that the next holiday that's coming up is Valentine's Day. Maybe a pink one here. So I am going to work on filling this in, and they aren't going to lay completely flat, so just do the best you can to get that variety in there and to try to fill them in as close as you possibly can so that there's no paper peeking through on the back side. And remember, the smaller they are, the better it's going to look, because it's going to kind of remind us of like puzzle pieces stuck together. Once you have this whole thing filled in, you're going to let that dry, and after it dries, we can cut the heart out. And the next part is including a background of some kind. In my example that I have here, I used a Sharpie and I drew patterns in the background on a white sheet of paper, and I glued this on top. When I've done this in the classroom, I've been able to seal it with some kind of glittery, clear paint, but we don't all have that right now, so we're just going to glue it down, and we want that black and white contrast in the background. So I will show you how to do this background paper in another video if you'd like to add that in. Otherwise, have fun making your heart. Remember, you can use any type of paper that you have if you are doing this at home with us. And if you're doing this in person at school, then some colors will be provided for you to choose from. All right, happy art making.